Have you ever looked at someone your age and thought, why do I look older than I should? So, I have a story to share. So, this is very interesting. Okay. So, back in January, I actually went to Chennai for my brother's wedding. There, I actually saw that my brother, like my cousin, had a friend who was actually younger to him. But I was super surprised and actually super shocked because he actually looked as if he was in his late 30s because he looked so much older. His face was saggy. I think he really did not look the age he was. And you know what? He was 20-year old. I mean, he was 20-year-old. I was so damn shocked. I was like, oh God. So I thought, why not like create video where I actually help you and make you understand like what you can actually do to probably look your age and not look older. So I hope this makes sense, but I'm really here to help. So I have like curated a lot of questions. I looked upon internet and I had so many people asking these questions on the internet. So I've curated them for you, especially if you know someone who are actually Gen Zs, because we see a lot of the Gen Zs aging rapidly very fast. They might be 23, 24, but they honestly look as if they are a decade older. So I really wanted to create this video, so I really hope you like it. So it's going to be real, raw, honest. So let's quickly get started. So, the number one question I see a lot over the internet is, why do we look older than our age, or why do we feel older than our age? Oh my god, it's so crazy. The answer is pretty much simple and out there. It's all because of the mix of lifestyle. What I mean by this is your chronic stress, your fatigue, I mean your digital fatigue, and then the kind of food that you have, that is your fast food, your sleepless nights, and your overloading of skincare products. All of these actually tend to make you look older than your age. And also a lot of your friends, or a lot of your children, or a lot of the youngsters like who are in their teens and in their in their 20s, you would have heard them saying, I am always tired. Isn't that true? Like we hear. So me, I'm currently in my 30s and I'm like early 30s, and I pretty much end up saying, I feel so tired. Why do I feel so tired? And I when I understood the fact that why do I feel so much tired, I probably just broke down everything. So my whole thing was that I had a lot to do with, digital fatigue, because I used to sleep and scroll and scroll and scroll. And I thought that is something that triggered, because where the mind really needed rest, I was just continuously loading it. And that probably stressed me out, that probably overloaded my brain. And that's the reason I used to feel fatigue all the time. Like every time anybody used to ask me, let's do this, I was like, no, man, I feel so tired. And I see so many children, and I see so many women and male men who are in their like 20s say this all the time. So what do you have to do? Number one, you have to make sure that you get about 7 to 8 hours of good sleep. And good sleep, I mean, not in intervals but at night. Try, if it is possible, to just go off to sleep at 10 o'clock at night, and then you can probably wake up in the morning at 6 or 7. That would really help you. Number two, have your fast food, have your junk food, but in moderation. Have it like, once a week, or, a four times in a month, you can do that, but don't have it like every day, because we don't know what all goes into it, what kind of oil is used, what kind of meat, or what kind of anything what is used in there. So it is processed, it is really not good, and that is going to show up in your skin, like on your skin, and it is also going to mess up your gut. So you have to really make sure that you don't have a lot of junk food. Number three, I see so many actors out there right now that, 10 step skincare routine and 15 step skincare routine for glowing skin. Trust me, I have done that and it is so exhausting and nothing happens. You might feel good one, two, three times, but honestly, it is not feasible at all. The more you put things on your face, your body and your skin is going to be super confused. So don't do that. Stick to about 4 to 5 steps. That's it. Your cleanser, your toner, your moisturizer, your lip balm, your sunscreen, a good serum, and that's about it. Don't overload your skin with a lot of serums. You don't even know what serums you want to apply, and you just randomly see an ad and just apply it and overload your skin, which also, by the way, can give you that saggy look where your skin have to be plumper. Your skin is just going to be drooping down. So please make sure that you take care of that as well. The next one is also about stress. Try to manage your stress. There are so many ways you can do that. Go out and play, go out and do some activity. Gen Z's especially, I mean, they are so isolated that they really want to be at home, be on the system, want to do things from home. There is no physical activities, there is nothing. I know a lot of them also are like fitness freak, they do a lot of stuff. A lot of them are also motivated and aspire to become someone, but there is also a lot of chunk whom I'm right now addressing that, it's fine if you're feeling stressed. Don't feel isolated. Don't get into a shell. Make sure that you get out of it. You can do anything. If you like painting, just sit at home and do your painting. It will probably help you, calm yourself. If you like baking, do that. If you know that if you just go down for a walk, it will just ease you and make you super calm, you can do that. There are so many things you can do. You can go out play, you can go swimming, you can do anything. You can also put your situation down in the comment section and I'm really going to help you. If you're not comfortable sharing it in a public platform, you can come on Instagram and you can DM me and I can help you. I'm just trying to help. I'm not going to get anything out of it, but I really want to help because when I see children and, boys and girls and all of you all who are in your 20s looking older than me, I'm like so surprised. I mean, what's wrong? And every time I approach and ask them, the only answer I get is I'm so stressed. I don't feel like doing anything. I'm so fatigued. I mean, I always feel lethargic and I'm like, oh God, I need to help. And that's the reason I thought, even if I reach like 10 of y'all, and if this makes sense, or you can also probably share it with someone who really need this, it would really help. So that was about it. I think I've covered the diet, I've covered the stress, I've covered like, you should sleep early, the digital fatigue, and also the junk food bit. So, yes, let's move to another part of this video. So, the another question that I saw a lot on the internet was, is premature aging absolutely because of stress? The answer is right there in the same sentence. It is 100% because of stress, because stress will give you dark circles. It will actually make your skin look super, uh, you know, super old because there is not going to be a lot of collagen because the collagen is just going to lose its elasticity. Then you'll have a lot of hair falls, and also with that, you will also have a lot of issues internally. And your body also have or have to feel its age. it also happens that if you have seen the internet, there are researches that is going on that people actually go and test, and in one body your heart might be like 14-year-old, your kidney might be like 80-year-old. You know why? Because your heart is good but your kidney is not good, because you smoke, you consume alcohol, and that's the reason you are probably 20 but your heart is 14 but your kidney is 80-year-old. These kind of research is also going on out there. So I think stress plays such a major role, and you really have to make sure that you have some kind of a stress management out there. Otherwise it is just going to ruin a lot of things, not only externally but also internally, and it is absolutely not good for you. You know what? Stress also releases cortisol, which actually gives you premature aging, like fine lines. You lose the elasticity because of the breakdown of collagen. You have dark circles, you have hair falls, you have acne. You've got so much of thing going on only because of stress. So I really really would appreciate, like, seek help, go out, take care of your mental stress, do meditation, do yoga, hit the gym, or do exercises at home. There are so many YouTube videos out there which will actually help you in doing certain exercises at home. You can do that. You can actually go join a dance academy or a singing academy. Go do something, whatever you love, and it is just gonna make you feel better. Do that, and please take care of your stress, because it's all because of stress that you look so old. So one of the question that I also saw was, how does diet and overeating actually contribute to this kind of issue? First, I would like to address that it 100% does, because when you eat processed food and excess sugar, which I can see everywhere. I think sugar is there in every packet, in the packet food, in the processed food. When you eat that and when you overeat your food, you know what happens? There is a trigger of inflammation in the body, and because of that, your skin actually looks more puffier. I mean, you have a puffiness, you have dark and tired eyes. Your skin also is prone to premature aging. So all of these things happen. Your skin looks super dull. So every time you wake up in the morning, you actually feel, why do my skin feels so dull? Why do my eyes feel so puffy? Why my entire face is so swollen up? It is all because your body is prone to inflammation, because you have triggered it because of the kind of food that you're eating or you're overeating. So make sure that you eat your junk food. I'm not saying you should not eat it, but in moderation. You cannot be having it as an entire meal each and every day, because it is going to ruin your skin from outside and also your body from within. So please take care of that. So the next question is about skincare. Now this is extremely weird, but a lot of people on the internet do ask that we do proper skincare, we apply a lot of actives, we apply like the proper cleanser, and still our skin doesn't respond well to it. It is all because that you should actually know that not every active or not every product that you see out there is for you. You really need to understand what your skin type is, what color your skin is, and how these products would actually react to your face or to your skin. It is extremely important. For example, if your skin is super sensitive and you do like an over exfoliation, or you get an active or a peel to over exfoliate, you are going to break out, you are going to have inflammation on your skin. And also, do not have this actors where you're putting everything on your skin, because it is not going to work. If you have dullness, you have to use vitamin C. If you have like clock pores and everything, you have to use like a good niacinamide. If you have like pigmentation, you should end up using alpha arbutin. So it depends what kind of skin type or skin problem you have, and based on that you have to pick test it out and then be very consistent with it. The concept of 10 step, 12 step, 15 step is utter nonsense. Trust me, I've tried it and I think it just ruins everything because you don't know what you have to do. I have moved from my 15 to I moved to 10. Now I use only 5, and sometimes 5 step routine in the morning because I have to also use sunscreen. But at night, sometimes I just cleanse my face and just apply one product. That's about it. And sometimes if I feel like, you know, doing a lot more at night, then probably I'll end up using two or three. But majority of the time at night, I only use like one product after my cleanser. That's about it. So please make sure you do not mix everything together because it is not going to help. Instead, it is just going to make it worse. Okay, so next one is my favorite. That is why sunscreen is non-negotiable. Now, sunscreen doesn't mean that you only have to wear it on a sunny day. Even when it is rain, even when it is winter, even when it is any other climate, you have to wear your sunscreen in the morning because even the sun comes inside a house because of the heavy rays. And if it does, 80% of it is just damaged. Your skin is in that, is in that ladder or is in the process of damaging. So make sure that you wear your sunscreen. The moment you wear your sunscreen, and over a month, you would actually see significant difference on your skin, that your skin feels better. There is no line, there's no fine line, there's no wrinkles. You actually find all of these. But if you don't wear a sunscreen, it is just going to make it, you will see the aging super super soon. It is exactly like if you keep like something like submerged low, something like an orange peel outside or a banana peel outside in the sun, you will see it will tend to get drier or it is going to turn black, right? And likewise, if you don't take care of your skin, which means you don't apply a sunscreen, you will have tanning, you will have pigmentation, you're going to have stubborn pigmentation, you're going to have wrinkles, you're going to have saggy skin, you're going to have all of them, which means even when you're 20, you're going to look like a 30-year-old, like a decade older, which is not good, right? So skincare is definitely non-negotiable. So get a good sunscreen for yourself. The next one is, let's come to the body part. We have strawberry skin, we have pigmentation, we have darker spots, we don't have even skin tone throughout our body. Just look at me. I have like one shade on my hand, I have another shade on my legs. Only because I cover my legs, it is all good. I keep this exposed to the sun, so it is a little darker than my face. Even when I'm indoors, if I skip a sunscreen, it is gonna cause tan. I also kind of skip sunscreen, body sunscreen, when I'm home sometimes when I'm busy and I don't know, when I don't take care of it. If I skip it for like 2 days, it is just gonna show up and I'm like, oh shit, my hand color, the skin color on my hand is so damn different. So you will eventually be, you will just see the difference so damn quickly. So even with Indian skin tone, we tend to have a lot of strawberry skin around our thighs, knees, and legs. So that also something that we really have to take care. So you can get products which has lactic acid, AHAs, which will really help in exfoliation. Do not use like harsh products to scrub. It is not going to help. It is just going to ruin it. So make sure that your body wash has like a good AHAs or lactic acid in them so that it helps you to gently exfoliate. So that way also you would look, your body will look fresher and more youthful. So the next question is, can mental health and isolation can also impact the way you look like? Obviously, it does, because when you scroll, and you don't do anything else, number one, you sit in a very bad posture. You probably would be sitting erect and then slowly just glide down on your sofa or on your seat or on your bed. So eventually, you're just gonna lie down and just go off to sleep, or you're just gonna be mindlessly scrolling, which is not going to help. even loneliness, not interacting with people and just being with yourself and not doing anything. I'm also someone who is like an ambivert, which means that I will only mingle up with people whom I really want to. Otherwise, I'm just not going to. I'm not an extrovert at all. So even when I am alone, I really enjoy my company because I go cooking, then I probably journal, I'll probably make something on, you know, on my PC, I'll edit and all of those. I'm very happy and content that way. And I have like very few friends, but I'm very happy the kind of friends I have. So even the loneliness will take a toll on your skin, I'm saying, on your mental health. It is really gonna make you drained emotionally, which will end up, you don't know what to do and you mindlessly scroll. You don't want to do anything, you isolate, you just sleep and you don't do anything. So that also you have to be super careful about, because these little things also reflect on your face. So whatever you're putting inside, whether it is food, whether it is emotion, whether it is words, how you speak to people, how people speak to you, how you treat people, all of those reflects. You really have to be grounded, you really have to be grateful, you really have to go enjoy your own company or be with people who will really really help you. It is extremely important, because if you don't do that, it is going to spoil your health. So that's about it. I really hope that this helped you to sum this video and to put everything together. Take care of your skincare. Make sure that you're putting the right product. Make sure that whatever you're eating, you're very mindful about it. Do not just eat for the sake of it and do not overeat. When you're eating, concentrate on what you're eating. Do not just eat, do not just look at your phone and eat, because you are going to end up overeating, which will eventually trigger inflammation in your body. That is one part. Make sure that you don't isolate yourself, only because there are so many things outside which is so easily accessible, which means that you get grocery at home, you get electronics at home, you get food at home. We just have to use your phone, everything is on your fingertips. So make sure that you put everything aside, work on yourself, be happy, meditate, go outside, get the sun. Talking about the sun, put a good sunscreen, do all of this, and it is really gonna help. Do not, do not, you know, get into something which is just gonna spoil. You just got one life. You have to take care of yourself. Nobody else would. I can, I might tell a 13-year or a 14-year or a 16-year or a 20-year-old that you have to lead your life this way. But trust me when I say this, only experiences will teach you things. And when somebody tells you something, just try to implement it even if you don't want to, because we are so stubborn in our teens and in our 20s that we just want to do what we want to. But just listen to something, just try and implement. In case it works for you, great. If it doesn't, then you know that what you have to do. You just have to do what you have to do, right? So do that, and probably it will just help you, because I really feel that whatever I say, how much ever I say, till the time it doesn't click, till the time you don't do it, till the time you don't take initiative, till the time you don't realize, nothing is going to change. So everything had to come from within. That is something that I believe in. So that's about it. I really hope you like this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Love, love.